Okay, guys, we're going to start on that one there. Let me just check who came in quickly. Renee, I forgot about you. Glad to see you here. We still wait for Kaylee. And there's somebody else I forgot now. Renee, I need you to do 2 rectangles of 10 centimeter in length and 1 centimeter fat, 2 of them. And then you need to draw me 3 leaves about 5 centimeters by 2 centimeters. I'm going to show it to you like that. Okay. And then you guys need to write down the bottom rectangle is divided in 4 blocks. So you have a 2H, 4B, 6B, and 2B there. And the top rectangle, you are going to use an HB, 2B, 4B, 6B, and 8B. If you do not have an 8B, you can stop at 6B, okay? Okay, guys? I think if we wait for Kaylee, we will go over the time. I think there's 1 more minute left, but let's start now. What I want you guys to do in this rectangle here is we're going to do shading, and we're going to do shading where the lines are blending together on its own without us pushing it forward. So with your 2H pencil, I need you to work at the edge of your pencil, at the end of the shaft, and you need to work on the side of the point. If you work on the point like that, you run the danger of having harsh lines. You don't want harsh lines because then you have to work, rework, and rework, and rework. So what I want you to do, we're going to start there, and I want you to work on the side of your pencil, and then you see that line there? Just delete it a little bit lighter so that it doesn't, you can actually do everyone a little bit lighter so that it doesn't stand out when you do your shading. And on the side of your pencil, bring it a little bit past that line there. Okay? So long strokes like that. It's like an aeroplane landing. Look at my pencil. Aeroplane landing and coming up. Landing and coming up. Okay? If you need me to show that again, I will do that. Just ask me. So this is your lightest value that we are going to do now. I'm going to give it 2 layers. Do your lines very close together. So what we are doing here is we are learning how to use our pencils, number 1, but we're also learning a new way of shading, and we're also getting used to how hard or how soft our pressure is. Okay, about 2 layers and then I'm fine. So I'm going to show you mine. You can see that most of my lines are very soft and it goes a little bit ragged over that line. Now you're going to go to your 4B. And now I'm struggling to find my 4B. Okay, this one. With your 4B, remember this is a 6B is dark. So I can start on this side because every time, have a look here everybody, every time that you start here and you do that, this is your darkest part, see that? The moment you do hatching like this is going to go dark. That is lighter because the pencil is lifting up a little bit. That means that point there is smaller and lighter. Fat, small. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the dark side, which is the 6B side, and then also at the edge of your pencil, work towards the 2H and go inside the 2H tonal value. So the pencil is actually now blending on its own. So where will I use this? When you have to do a shading where you can't have harsh lines, like in a face, like in smooth material, you're going to use something where you don't see your line. Say, for instance, you do not have a tortillon. Then you can do that. Now you will see here that I have harsh marks there. Have a look where my 6B and my 4B connects at that line. There are harsh lines there. If that happens, that's a stop and start line. If that happens, you just need to take your eraser and lighten it a little bit, because you do not want to go on and work on dark lines. If you don't have it, then you are fine. I'm just going to let mine disappear a little bit. Okay. Good. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to your number 6 pencil, 6B. And now, remember now, there's a light color on that side. I must be careful now. So what I can do is I can start here, but I must always remember to bring it softer to that side. But that side is my darker side. I think I must do mine. If yours is not dark like mine is not dark, I must go back and give my 4B another layer, because mine is not dark enough. Sorry guys, let me quickly just make mine darker. I'm so into showing you what we are going to do that I didn't check that. Let me just make this one darker. I'm still doing the same technique, and it's blending in without me doing anything. I think that's darker. Okay, now we're going to go to our 6B. I can start here, but then I must be careful that that doesn't happen, a darkness. I don't want darkness in my 2B. So what I can do is I can start from that side, going to the 2B side. And take your pencil closer to the point, because you need to go darker without pressing harder. And you still do your aeroplane landing and taking off. Do your lines very close together. Just want to blend that one in a little bit more. Do you know if Kaylee already joined? Or Mia? Why am I saying Kaylee? It's supposed to be Mia. Now I have a problem. I didn't lighten that one, so I'm just going to lighten that side quickly by going a little bit over the line, as not to waste time. Okay, let's go to the 2B side. Now you need your 2B. There's my 2B. That's it. Now I don't have to start on that side. I can start in the dark side, because it will not show if I start on the dark side. So start there and work towards the edge. You could also start at the edge. Let me show you. You could also start on this side and bring it in on that side. It doesn't matter, because this is your end. If your transition is not as nice as you want it, like this one, I went back and I darkened my 4B. So this one here is not nice, but can you see the beautiful blending there? So I can go back to my 2B. I have my 2B here, and I can just bring that, or my 4B, it doesn't matter, and just bring that darkness a little bit softer. Let me just do the whole one there, so that there's a smooth transition. There you go. Okay, I have fixed that. So now you have a line or a rectangle where you go from light to medium to dark to in between medium. Now, If yours doesn't look as beautiful as you want it to be, then practice this one. That's why I mix that up. Because sometimes in the face, for example, you have a very light area, and then suddenly just after that you have the medium area or the dark area. How do you do that thing? So this is one way to do that. The second way, we're going to do this one now. This one is my favorite also for a face. If I want to do a face, you're going to take your HB. Let me just find my HB. I think it's this one. I'm using new pencils again, and I'm also testing them out. So with your HB, you're going to take it at the edge, at the end of your pencil, and you're going to leave a little bit open for a whiteness. And from here onwards, up to there, you're going to go and fill the whole area for me. Work on the side of your pencil. Do a light tonal value, close together, up to the last bit of the rectangle. Make sure all the tonal values everywhere are the same. Rather go back and see that all the gaps are filled. Okay, and then you give it a second layer for me. Same thing, hold your pencil at the back. Work on the side of your pencil. And make sure that you have a very nice shading going on. Work close together with your lines. Do not press hard, and work on the side of your pencil. This is one of the other exercises that you will not find in any art class because of the way that it's done, because it can be a tedious job to do, and art classes don't want you to get bored, so they rather would skip on the nice part and keep you busy with the stuff that you actually already know. So this one, my pencil is scratchy. So this one is an important one. Let me just get my scratches out. Scratchy pencil. Make sure your tonal value is the same everywhere. Okay, now we have the foundation there. And the foundation is important because now we are going to build on that. So you're going to go to your 2B for me, please. HB, 2B. We're going to go about here. So we started there with the HB. We're going to start about here, and from here all the way to the edge. Do the same thing for me. Why are we working on the side of the pencil? Let me just put something underneath because the book I'm working on is very textured and it's making imperfections, creating imperfections. Okay, that's better. So take your 2B, don't press hard, work close together. Make sure your tonal value is the same all the way through to the edge, to the end of your rectangle. Like I said, this is one of the ways you will never ever see in an art class because it's time consuming. I have an imperfection in mind. Can you see the harsh lines there? I'm not sure if there's an indentation in my paper or it's dirtiness. So I have that problem that I have to work out. I hope I can work it out. Let me just see if I can lighten that a little bit. So actually it's a good thing that you can see this, how to fix something. I'll do it very quick as not to waste time because we only have an hour and a half. Let me leave it there because it's going to go darker, so I'm not going to worry that much. But can you see if there's a, let me show you guys. I think this is maybe oily marks because there was some debris on my paper, but it's a whole line there, so I think that's an oily mark there. If that happens, your paper is ruined, your project is ruined. Hopefully you don't encounter that. I just did, and it will not go away if it's oil. Also, I'm using new pencils that are very scratchy, but I'm working on that. The other pencils of yesterday is the same, but these are working nicer. Okay, let's go to your 4B. I hate this. Let me just clean this. I just want to clean that a little bit. I don't like it to be imperfect. This one is oily. Sorry guys. Don't think this is going to disappear, but it's a good thing that you can see that if something like this happens, you do have a problem. Don't tortillion that because it's going to go worse. Okay, 4B, let me just get my 4B. I think it's this one. Okay, for 4B, we started there with HB. Now with our 2B and with our 4B, we're going to start about there. Take your pencil a little bit towards the middle. Still on the side of the pencil, very closely together. Towards the end of the rectangle. It's horrible that mine has blotches in it. It's going to be on the video. But it's fine. At least we can show that. Okay, now we're going to go to our 6B. If you do not have a 8B, that your 6B will be your last one, and then you will have to do the darkness from there to the edge. But please, if you have an 8B, use that as well. So I'm going to go to my 6B. This one. 6B. And work from here about. Take your pencil in the middle. Close together your lines. You guys are so great. Very patient. And then you go to your 8B. And you're going to start either there or start there but end there. Now you take your pencil close together, close to the point, because now you can actually put a little bit of medium pressure on there. And do two layers for me. I need more layers because mine is not dark enough. Sometimes that's why I'm testing out all the pencils to tell you guys which pencils are the best. Sometimes a pencil might seem to be the dark one, but if it's not doing a dark thing, then you have a problem. This one doesn't show beautiful on there, and it looks beautiful on the paper, but on the camera not. Let's do it from this side. Okay. Let me show you, that one I erased already. Let me show you with a different pencil how that actually turned out. This one is smoother than the pencils I'm using now. So I'm really testing out all the pencils, which is nice. Okay guys, let's go to the first leaf. We have done long hatching strokes to shade today. We're gonna use the same thing for the leaves. What I want you guys to do is to use your 4B pencil Let me just get my 4B again. That's my 4B. Oh my goodness. This is my 4B, I think. Okay. So we need to have darkness on this side, darkness, and light on that side. So we have to do the long strokes like that, but I would suggest you start taking your pencil at the edge and fill up your whole leaf about to here with your first soft layer. Long strokes like that. Why are we doing long strokes today? It's sort of giving you freedom to use more than just your wrist. Because sometimes we are so used to a writing position that we draw in a writing position. But did you know that if you are in sketching position, this is sketching position where you take your pencil at the edge, then your brain actually works differently and your pencil is also performing differently, and that gives you different ways to being creative. So I'm forcing you guys to work creatively. Want to show you something else? I lift up my pencil because I was talking, and can you see that harsh line there in the middle? So if you lift your pencil up, don't start where it's very obvious, because if you lift it up, I'll show you. I'm shading, 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 and then my phone is ringing. I go onto my phone and I start again, and then immediately your pressure is different. So rather start somewhere lighter and work towards the place that you were. Okay, that's one danger sometimes if you stop with your rhythm. Okay, now we have done one layer, and I hope you actually got nearly to the edge, because that's going to be the white side. And then we're going to go with the same pencil. We took it there now. I want you to go a little bit more inwards, not in the middle yet. And now do your shading, but don't stop where the first one stopped, just a little bit short from there. You can stop. Do your lines close together. Now people find this difficult to do these flicks. They don't put their hands down and let their whole arm or the whole hand work with that. So let your whole hand work, and then keep your hand on the table so that there is a sturdiness for you as well. Can you see that because I start on the same place, it's getting dark there, and that's what you want. So we're doing hatching, but I also call it flicks. Flicks are awesome. F-L-I-C-K-S, flicks. Also, we are doing directional shading. And if you don't know what directional shading is, we're going to discuss that in, not today, but we will discuss that. And then you will know about all the different ways of shading. I'm going to give you 2 layers so that all the texture of the paper can disappear a little bit without pressing hard. Now, if you can see there, I have done 2 shades now with the same pencil. Can you see it's becoming a very soft blend? Now we're going to go to the middle of our pencil, and we're going to stop about here in the middle. So start at the same place, long flicks, medium pressure, close together, like an aeroplane, landing and lifting, landing and lifting. I'm so happy that you guys are so patient. Because if I show this in the class, normally Some of the high school children and some of the elementary school children, they don't want to do it because it's tedious. But the moment you get past the boringness of the exercise and get into the fun side of that, it's actually a gorgeous way of shading. Have a look. I'm already on my third layer, I think we did. Now we're going to go to close to the point of the pencil and then with a little bit more than medium pressure and not as far as that one, but about a quarter or a third or no, a fifth of the way. Now medium pressure, also aeroplane lifting and landing. Press a little bit harder than the previous pencil and make sure that you don't stop at the same length every time. Some lines can be longer and some lines can be shorter, and make sure you give it about 3 layers of darkness. Now you can have a look at my leaf. Can you see that it goes from very dark to very light? Just by doing lines, and we did not use a tortillon or a brush, nothing. Okay guys, next one. The next one is difficult because we're going to go from light to dark or dark to light. You can do whichever way, but one side on the fat side must be dark and the one side must be light. Now, you can do it with your flicks, but then you need to turn it like that and do exactly the same. This is a challenge because now you have a curved line and a curved line like that. Here you could use all your lines in a lengthy way, which is easier. Now you have short lines. With the same pencil, take it at the back and fill it, but not up to the top. Fill the whole leaf on the side of the pencil and make sure that you make your lines close together and nearly to the top. Can you feel that it's different? Can you feel that it's more difficult? I'm going to turn my paper because I always struggle from that side to that side. So I'm working on this side now, upside down. Work on the side of your pencil. Don't go all the way to the top. And do it. You can just go back there. Want to do it longer? You can chop and change your picture. So this is our first layer. I think we can just give it one layer. If you did it properly, then you should have a color there. So that's mine. And can you see the fuzziness? Oh my goodness, the camera is doing something strange. There's a fuzziness if you work on the side of the pencil. That's what you sometimes want in a skin, not a harsh skin. So we're going to go with the same pencil. And now we're going to do about, let me show you about halfway of that leaf. We're going to do, we had it there, we're going to go to the middle of the pencil now, and we're going to start and do flicks like that, close together. Don't cover the whole previous pencil, just make sure that there's something left. With a lengthy leaf, we did 4 various pressures and 4 various tonal values. For this one, we're only going to do 3 because our area is a little bit smaller. Now, the reason why I'm asking you to shade like this is also because we get different kind of shapes that we have to be able to shape. Sometimes we always do a ball, and then we can do a ball as beautiful as we can. But sometimes you get an eye, or sometimes you get, let's say, a chess piece that you have to shape, and now the forms are different. Every form has a different way that it actually, the result is different. Okay, guys, let's go to the front of the pencil. And now I want you to have a look at your shading. Your This side, or whichever side you chose to be dark, must be very dark, but we need to give it 2 layers. So I'm going to ask you to do 2 layers for me, but short lines, short dark lines, medium pressure, and very close together. When you're finished with all these things, stick it in your book because, like I said, you will not have these exercises um, even at school. I don't think the teachers will let you practice this at school because it takes too much time, but it's so important to practice this. Okay. My light shading is not as visible, but what I can do is if your light shading disappears a little bit, go back to your H2H and then just give your 2H another layer so that your blending is more realistic. So your work is never done until you are happy with your work. I always go back, see if I can change something, see if I have to put another layer on, and only when I feel happy about my artwork, I stop that. Sometimes you do overwork your things. We're not doing that now. We are just sort of looking, are we on the right track with our shading? Can I go darker? Can I go lighter? And remember, with the 2H, we worked on the edge of the pencil. Okay, guys, that was a sort of a difficult one. What I want to do is, because I have not um, looked at my edge here, I can go and just fine tune my edge. I'm not pressing hard. I'm just making sure that nothing. I could have used an eraser as well, but I'm just using my dark pencil just to bring unity to my line. Okay, okay guys, the next one, I need you to divide your leaf in this way. I'm going to show it to you on this page with this pen. So you have a leaf like that, 5 centimeters by 2 centimeters, and then you draw a line in the middle and then do a dot in the middle. And then from there to there, draw a line. and a cross line over that one, so that you have 6 segments in your leaf like that. Okay, now the fun starts. With your 2B and 4B. If you don't want to use a 2B, you could also use the 2H, which is a light pencil, but rather take your 2B and 4B. First of all, we're going to have all the darkness in the middle. Okay? So what I want you to do is with your 2B, we're going to do flicks. Take your pencil at the back and flick one section nearly to the edge. On the side of the pencil, lines very close together. It must look like a fan or a feather fanning out, rather. I'm going to show you quickly. See what I did? I did leave a little bit of white at the edge. Okay. I'm going to give it a second layer. I like to give second layers because then I know I'm fine. I have enough graphite to work with. Now we're going to go to our 4B. You're going to take your 4B in the middle of the pencil. Okay? Going to start at the same place. Remember, if you start at the same place, you will get darkness. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to do flicks. Take your pencil in the middle and flick it up for me. Don't press. Just use normal pressure. Flick it up, but not as far as the previous pencil. Now I have one layer there. That's not enough. I'm going to do a second layer, not pressing hard, unequal lengths, but close together. Can you feel the practice that we actually get with our pencils? Have a look at the difference now. I have a darker middle there now. Let's do the opposite one. Start again with your 2B at the end of the pencil and fill the whole segment, but not to the very end of that segment. Can you hear the scratching pencil? I actually love these pencils. I'm not sure why these ones are so difficult today. Like I said, I normally give 2 layers. I've found that if you don't have enough layers to have a smooth transition for the next pencil, you struggle more with the second pencil. Now you're going to go to your 4B and you're going to hold it in the middle, and with light pressure, short strokes close together, unequal length, you're going to flick out your darkness. See it as if you are throwing away little lines of darkness. Oops, I changed the line. Okay. It's actually very easy the moment you get the hang of it. Let's go to the one just next to the last one we did. Start again with your 2B. Okay, 2B, take your pencil at the edge, work on the side of your pencil and close together lines and make sure it nearly goes to the end of that segment. Remember to keep your pencil light and to make your lines very close to each other. Flick it out like an aeroplane taking off and landing. Then you're going to go to your 4B pencil again. Take it in the middle, medium pressure, and flick out unequal lengths and close together. So that you have a darkness in the middle. I'm just making all my darkness equal. Okay. Let's go to the one at the bottom next to that one. Let's do that one with a 2H, 2B first. 2B. I lost my 2B pencil and somebody's calling me again. I cannot answer that now. Okay, they must call me back. I lost my 2B, guys. I'm not sure where my 2B is. Flick out 2 layers of your 2B softly and nearly to the edge. And sorry about that. And then you go to your 4B shorter lines and close together. An unequal length. Can you see the darkness forming in the middle? It's actually beautiful. It looks like a bow now. If I hold it like that, you can see it looks like either an hourglass or a bowl. It's beautiful. Let's go to the one of the side ones. 2B again. And 2 layers of your 2B. This one is bigger. Flick it out, but do not go to the edge. Leave a little bit of white there for me. So this is still very easy to do. Wonder why people are phoning me. And I don't even know who it is because there's no name. Okay, then you go to your 4B, small lines and equal lines close together. At the end, you will have a starburst in the middle. And equal length means they are not don't end at the same length. They're actually long and short ones. And on the other side as well. Fairly easy, that's not difficult. So we have a starburst in the middle, and now I want you to go to your 2H, please. If you do not have a 2H, you can go to your F pencil or 3H, and then you're going to go, take your pencil at the end of the shaft, and just very lightly on the side of your pencil tip. Just make sure that everything gets unified in a light manner. Don't press hard. Scratchy. I hate it when pencils are scratchy. I'm going to use a different pencil because that one is really scratchy. H, let's use H. This is better. So the leaves were fairly easy. We're going to go to the ribbon now because you know exactly what to do. I'll tell you now. Okay, guys. So far we have done 2 rectangles, mostly in the same way with long lines blending itself with no tortillon or brush or paper stump or earbud. And then we did 3 leaves in different ways. Most of the people don't like the second and the third way of shading the leaves, but that's important that we know how to do that. So I'm very happy with what we did. Now I need to show you what we are going to do. We are going to do this ribbon. I'm going to show you how to draw this. You have to draw with me. And then we're going to do 3 pencils, 2B, 2H, 4B, and 6B. Okay, I think it's that 2H. I didn't mark it. Okay, guys, draw with me. I'm going to draw with a pen so that you can see what I'm doing. First of all, I need you to draw exactly what I'm doing. So it's going to be a curve, but the high curve is there, and then a small curve like that. If you can do that for me, please. And then you're going to do a mountain up and down, a mountain up and down. It must be about 12 centimeters in length. Okay? So now you have to focus. If you finish, just show me that you are finished. Let me just get to the gallery view. As jy klaar is, wys my net 'n duimpie. Dankie Danel, Dominique, Tamsin, Sharnay. Nicolas, is jy klaar, Sena? Renee is klaar. En die Bentleys is ook klaar. En die Simons. Okay. Goed, dankie Nicolas. Goed. Nou moet jy vir my die volgende doen. Streepie bietjie uit. En streepie binnekant toe. Okay? Kyk gou hierso by hierdie punt hierso. Trek jy net vir my 'n lyntjie op. En by daai punt trek jy 'n lyntjie na die binnekant toe. En hierdie lyntjie trek jy baie saggies. Ek trek myne nou hard vir jou om te sien. Dan gaan jy van hierdie kant af, kyk gou vir my, en jy gaan af na daai lyntjie toe, op, af en terug. Hy moet net naaste by so lyk. Naaste by. As jy klaar is, wys my 'n duimpie dat jy hom klaar geteken het asseblief. Dankie Danel. Dankie Tamsin. Renee. Sharnay. Anne. Anton. En Zani. Dominique is ook klaar. Okay, guys. Now the fun begins. Remember I said nobody's going to show you this, but now you know how to do this. We're going to start. This is going to be our dark side. This one's going to be dark going to light. Dark going to light. Dark going to light. Dark going to light. So you're going to have your 2H. And what did I say? 3B or 4B. And your 6 or 8B. You can decide which one you want to use. I'm going to use this one here. Okay, guys, with your 2H. Have to listen now because we did it there. And we did it this on this leaf here as well. You're going to go and you're going to shade line-wise, but don't go to the very edge. So you're going to do lines, shading your 2H, your basic line 1. I'm just showing you because I'm doing it too quickly now, but if you have open spaces, Go on the side of your pencil, take your pencil at the back and fill up the whole one except for the end. Daniel, mag ek jou 'n guns vra?
Ja, Tannie.
Wil jy net vir my na klas net laat weet hoe ver vorder julle met julle matriekgoedjies nie, want ek is besig om te kyk na julle handboek om te sien of daar iets is waarmee ek kan help, maar ek wil ook nie in juffrou se slaai krap nie, okay? So laat weet.
Okay, nee, dis reg, Tannie.
Dankie, Popelo. Okay, guys, now I have done one layer. I didn't go to the edge there. Now I'm going to go to my second medium color, and that is my 4B or 3B, whichever color you choose, or total value. Now you're going to take your pencil in the middle, and you're going to go and do your lines again, but don't end there, end a little bit short from there. And unequal lines, and shake your lines close together. Don't press hard. Now, the previous class did find this difficult, but if you did the two rectangles there, and if you did the leaves and you didn't have any troubles with that, then at least you won't have any trouble with this. Okay, guys, now you're going to go to your 6B or 7B or 8B and pencil nearly at the front. And you're going to have no pressure, but you're going to do short, dark, unequal, and not pressurized lines close together. Make sure that your lines don't end at the same length, okay? My light is a little bit shiny, so I'm just going to turn it like this, see where I missed. Please don't throw these exercises away. Keep them, even though you're not in matric maybe. Keep them because sometimes your college or your university will ask for works that you did or exercises that you did. So that's important to keep this. So there's mine. It's a little bit shiny, but I hope you guys can see from dark to light. Okay, let's go to the next one. Same principle. 2H first. We're going to start from here, but we're not going to go to the H there. So let's do that. Take your pencil at the edge of your pencil shaft and make sure that you draw your lines close together and that you do the aeroplane thing, taking off and landing, and that you have unequal lengths of lines. Okay, if you're happy with that, you can go to your second color. Second tonal value would be your 4B or whichever one you took. Take your pencil in the middle now and do your flicks again, but don't go to the very edge. Close together, unequal lines, lengths, and don't press hard. With the other class, we did 4 pencils on this one, but it took forever. So that's why we only do 3 pencils on this one. Okay, now we're going to go to the 6B, 7B, or 8B. Take your pencil at the front and use a little bit of medium pressure, short lines. Make sure that it's dark and equal in length and close together. Now, I don't like to press hard on my art, but sometimes you do have an instance where you can press hard, and you always do that at the very, very last, as a last resort. Can you see mine there? It looks like it's bending. You have your highlight, your medium light, and your darkness. Beautiful. Let's go to the last one. Okay. Start with your 2H. For this one, you have a longer line to do. That's why we practice the rectangles. So you can do longer lines with your aeroplane lifting up and starting, but do not go to the end of your section because that needs to stay white. With the previous class, we went to the end to have our lightest light with a light pencil. But like I said, we're going to leave the paper as a highlight now. Otherwise, we will not be able to finish everything. That's my dog. There's somebody at the gate. I'm just going to open the gate for somebody. Somebody's at the gate. I'm not sure who that is. I think it's somebody delivering something. Just give me 1 second, please. Sorry, guys. It's a delivery. Okay, guys. And then we have to go to our dark side, which will be... Oh, we didn't do the second one. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little bit behind. Let me just go do my second color. Take your pencil in the middle. Shorter length than the first one. Dante fixed somebody's computer and printer, and that's maybe what's happening now. Sorry about that. Okay, and then you go to your dark pencil and you do shorter lines. Take your pencil in the front and press a little bit harder. Keep your lines close together. I hate it when I have interruptions. And then you can do the same with the last one. Make sure that your dark is dark. You can use a little bit of pressure on the last color that you put in. And then you start again, the whole process together. What this will actually teach you is to be patient, because what I found is that people are so impatient to have their pictures perfect, so that they will skip necessary things, and skip necessary lines, steps, just to get their painting finished. But art can't be rushed. Okay. So when we finish with the ribbon, I'm going to show you how to draw this star here. This is a fun one to shade. So we have the 2H, then we go to the 40. I used the wrong pencil again because there was an interruption. Okay, I think you guys are finished. I'm not. I'll be quick now. Can you hear that I've finished? The aqua box, you know? Okay. Because I have interruptions, I did something wrong. My first layer, I only gave one layer, so it's disappearing. I'm just going to put that back. Okay, I'm finished with mine. That last one was a rush job, but we had an interruption there. Let me show you about this star here. I'm going to draw it for you on this paper first, and then we're going to shade that. I'm going to draw with a pen so that you can see what we need to do. First of all, I'm going to put a triangle here. Don't do this yet. I just want to show you what's going to change. For this one, we're not going to have sharp edges. We're going to draw a rectangle with round edges like that. And then we're going to do an upside down one with round edges like that. And then you erase these lines here. Okay. And it's going to look like this one. Can you see that? Let me erase the lines quickly. My eraser is dirty, that's not good. Okay, I'm not going to do harsh outlines, but what I want you to do, let me do a little bit darker so that you guys can see. Okay. I think you guys can see this, hey? Hey guys, so what we are going to do is we're going to draw a very, very faint circle in the middle. Not too big, not too small. Okay. And then what we're going to do, we're going to use the 2B, 4B, and 6B again. 2B, 4B, and 6B. Let me just find my 2B again. 4B. 4. Things hide away from me. Okay, I've got it. Okay, guys. So what I need you to do, remember we did flicks like that. So what I want you to do is to do flicks from there to there. I'm going to show you quickly. You're going to start on the side of your pencil tip and you're going to do the whole one petal. I'm going to go there. If you work on the side of the pencil, you actually cover a greater area. Let me just move this. I think I moved my camera so that I can see what I'm doing. That's better. I didn't have my hand on a steady place. So you're going to do this for me. Do that with all the petals from this side to that side. And then when you finish, just give me a heads up so that I know. I'm just going to delete my circle because I know where my circle is. I don't want a harsh line there. You'll see how beautiful this one turns out. All these exercises that we are doing are helping us to get better and better and better. I think we lost Nicolas. Oh, there's Nicolas. Ek gedink jy's weg, Sena. Nie weggeraak nie. Please send me your work. I'm still busy assessing them. I didn't forget. I'm trying my utmost to keep up. I will send them out. I'm shading quickly, too quickly. What I normally do, let me tell you guys what I normally do. I take about 10 minutes of, let me rephrase. I take about, if I have to shade this one like I'm doing now, I would take about 5 minutes to finish this one. I'm rushing now because we have half an hour left and I don't want us to stop high and dry, but I normally take my time. If I work faster, then you have imperfections in your drawing. We have people who work very fast as well. But that's normally a preference. For me, it's for to do a professional job, especially if I'm getting paid for that. Then I'm not rushing. But sometimes, like today, I don't want you to miss out on this one. So I'm doing it a little bit faster. So it's not as perfect as it should be. But just remember that not to rush anything. I mean, the high school children, you guys, if you have art at school, sometimes you have to rush it. Yeah, that's unfortunately because of a lack of time. But mostly for me, I like to take my time. And I don't talk as much. I'm talking a lot now on the recording. But I think it's because I miss you guys so much. So just forgive me. So I have shaded the whole side in the one tonal value that I've chosen. That is the 2. Was that the 2B or 2H? Wie kan gou-gou vir my sê wat het ek gesê was die eerste kleur gewees? Kan jy hoor nie, Zani? Sê gou. 2B. Okay, ek het vergeet, sommer ek nou gepla was. Nou gaan ons na ons het nie 2H gebruik nie, ons het hom uitgehaal. Nou gaan ons na ons 4B toe. And now you guys must be very careful. Have a look again. I'm going to show one petal and then you carry on with your own. We're going to take the pencil in the middle again. And then we're going to go and do flicks, but halfway up. And I'm going to go in the direction of my petal. Unequal length, close together. No pressure yet. Close together and equal lengths of lines like that. Okay, and then you go to the second one and you finish all of them for me. I will see if I can keep up now. Take your pencil in the middle. Keep your lines close together. An aeroplane taking off and landing. So what are we actually doing? We are practicing. We are looking at the ways we can use our pencil, but we're also learning or studying our pencils. We have to know what our pencil, like now, I picked up my pencil and I forgot about that. But if you pick up your pencil and you put a line down, it normally is harsher than the previous line. So be very careful when you pick up your pencil, especially when you do darker lines. So we are doing a lot actually, and it might be, I said yesterday in the elementary class, I said to them, oh my goodness guys, we have to practice this. It might be boring, but if we don't practice it now, we will never practice it. And one of the children said, Danny, I think it is boring nie. Oh shame. Maar ek dink meeste van die kinders dink, oh my goodness, this is boring. But muscle memory building. Muscle memory building. If I wake you up in the middle of the night and I say to you, can you do the long line shading? At least you have done that and you know how to do that. Sien jy as jy op 'n vormpie werk wat jy nie altyd het nie, dat dit moeiliker is, dat die lyne meer awkward is. So nou kan jy net teruggaan, you can just go back and see where you can just make the lines less awkward. If there's an awkward line somewhere, just make it disappear. The other reason why we are doing this is we normally just shade normal shapes like a square or circle or triangle, and if we get different shapes, we struggle a little bit. Okay, now that is finished, can you see, because I was in a hurry, I have more lines showing. So if I did it nice and slow and patiently, less lines, it will be more smooth like this one. But if you like lines to show, that's totally up to you. Let's go to our 6B or 8B or 7B. And now we're going to do this. Have a look. I'm going to show one and then you carry on with the rest. We're going to press hard, take our pencil in the front, press hard, and go softer a little bit. Press hard and go softer. Press hard and go softer. For this one, I use both squiggles and lines. Okay, now I have a harsh dark edge on the outside. Let's do that with all of them. We are rushing this one actually, which is just for the exercise, but normally, like I say, when you have to do something, don't rush on this. So you have endured all the boring exercises and you are still standing. So kudos to you, but at least we have done a lot of them. So what I want you guys to do when you finish with all of them like this, I need you guys to take your 2H or even lighter one like a 3H or 4H or any light pencil that you can find, and take your pencil at the edge and then shade the whole star or what do you call this, star or flower or whatever it is, and shade that in one go with your lightest pencil. Oh, it's scratchy. Let me take another pencil. That one is too scratchy. This one is better. I have to finish with that one that's scratchy because it's a different tonal value. I'm going to give it 2 coats because my pencils are scratchy and making lines. I can work that out a little bit more. So don't throw away difficult shapes. Try and shade that, even if it's maybe a shell that's a difficult form, or look at your stuff in the house, pots and pans that are strange, that has strange. If they have strange forms, you can actually just draw that. Then that's a drawing practice. And if you want to shade that, make sure you have a light source. We didn't practice light sources today. We just did the shading from light to dark in long lines. Hope you guys can see. I have very scratchy pencils today. Okay, I hope you guys can see. In any case, so what we are going to do now is we're going to go last thing, and this is going to be for homework. So we're going to stop after we've drawn this, and then we're going to get homework for that you can send me as well. So what I want you to do, I'm going to do it here first with my pen so that you can see what I'm doing. So you need to do a circle for me, about a 10-cent circle. And then you're going to use your ruler. And then I'm going to draw a line from that side to that side. Have a look. And I want the lines to be 4 centimeter in length that side, 4 centimeter in length that side. Then we're going to go to the sides, 4 centimeters that side. You are going to draw with any pencil, doesn't matter which one. I'm drawing with a pen so that you can see. Oh, that's not 4 centimeters. 4 centimeters, 4 centimeters. Okay, guys. Now we're going to go in the middle there, make a line. In the middle, make a line. In the middle, make a line. In the middle, make a line. And then you're going to add 4 centimeters to that line. To each and every one, you're going to add, 4 centimeters. At the end, you will have a star. Okay? Give me a thumbs up if you finished so far. Dankie julle. Are you finished, Tamsin? Dankie, Dominique. Sharnaytjie, is jy klaar? Renee, jy's ook klaar, nee? Okay, ek dink Renee, daar's sy. Okay, guys, the next thing that you're going to do, in the middle of that, small line, small line, small line, we're going to do something with that. And then you will do the next thing. In this, on the small line, you're going to start there. have a look, and we're going to end there. We're going to start there and end there. Go up and out to the top, up and out to that one. Do the same to that one. Do it for all of them. Okay, Zanki? Awesome. Okay, guys, I'm going to share screen with you. You can erase the line in the middle, but before you do that, just have a look at the pictures I want to show you. And then we're going to go and decide what you can do with that. This is not a flower, it's a star. But look at the one on the side, on the left-hand side. That one is dark and light and dark and light, so it's very boring. You can do that one if you wanted to. Look at the one at the top right-hand side. You have a little bit more value in that one. And then there are shading at the background that's darker as well. Look at the middle one, the big one. The one side is very lightly shaded in like a 2H. So the one next to the line in the middle starts from dark and goes to light. I'm going to give you free rein on shading your flower. The middle you can leave as you want it, you can change it. But for homework, I want you to shade outside of the box. You can even change your flower. I'm going to show you. Okay, let me just get to this one and make that bigger so that you guys can see. You can even change your flower. If you want to put extra in, you can do that. So you're going to change your flower and do whatever you want to. You can actually bring that in there so that you do not have a circle in the middle. But your challenge is to shade this in your best possible way. We have done shading yesterday and we have done shading today. Yesterday we used brushes and everything else. Today we did not. So I want you guys to go and do some creative work with your shading. You can use long lines. You saw the long lines on this one. It works beautifully. Remember to use at least 3 or 4 colors. 2H, 2B, 4B, and 6B, or whichever pencil you want to use. For now, I'm going to call it a day, and I'm looking forward to see your flower that you're going to shade for me. And please remember to send me your pictures when you are done. And then for next week, we're going to do graphite pencils again. And then the week after that, I want to start with a little bit of watercolor. We want to do some exercises and tips and techniques. So, but for next week, it's still going to be your graphite pencils, okay? And remember to send me your work, okay? Dis almal, julle moet 'n lekker dagie hê. Gaan drink 'n bietjie water of koeldrank of koffie of tee en julle het hard gewerk. Julle kan nou gaan rus, hoor. Blessings. Bye. Bye, Zanki.